American Sweetheart, 4-time, 60/50 Calorie Echo Bike, 40 Burpee box jump overs, 24/20, 30 pull-ups, 20 handstand push-ups, and 10 power cleans at 195/135.
I promise these are reps, guys.
How much of working out have you watched of yourself?
Not much.
So this will be a new experience. I feel like a lot of people who you primarily do class here at Lumber Capital, I feel like a lot of people who do class don't film themselves a ton.
No, I mean, I was filming for you, but that was about it. And then I watched it once and I was like, good enough.
So, yeah, you, I guess one, because we had a couple options that we could have picked from, but we picked your workout for the community workout. So you wrote it. So what were you thinking when you wrote it? What were you trying to get out of the workout? What were you trying to put together?
I combined some of my favorite movements.
Okay. What makes Echo Bike one of your favorite movements? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I guess because I hadn't done it a lot before coming here, so it was we rode a lot, and I got sick of rowing.
Yeah.
And I
this
didn't
isn't rowing.
I know. I didn't like the bike at first, but it kind of grew on me.
Cool. Makes sense. And in terms of the gymnastics movements, are those for the pull-ups and handstand push-ups, are those your favorites, or are those just why those?
I really like pull-ups because I'm semi good at them now.
Yeah. And how long have you had handstand push-ups?
I'd say a year.
Okay, so fairly recently that you've gotten those.
Yeah.
So we kind of talked about this, 20 in a workout like this, it makes it where you have to kind of respect the first half of the workout, whereas if, especially a lot of, higher level males who have a ton of pressing strength, that's not something that they're going to have to slow down the rest of the workout for. So I think we talked about this. I think a lot of people are going to be able to relate to you where it's if you plow through the first half of the workout, it's really easy to just have it fall apart on you.
That's why I kind of had the 2 workout options because I couldn't, 10 would have been perfect for me.
Yeah.
But 20 is a challenge, but then adding on those cleans because I really like power cleans. It's probably my favorite movement. I thought that would be cool to add that in the -10 scheme rather than jump from
Yeah. So basically you sent me 2 different options. We're pick one of these. And I probably picked the harder of the 2.
I figured you were going to pick the harder one.
Yeah. And honestly, most of the time for these, we are doing stuff that is a good chunk of athletes that I write stuff for have to scale it back, which I think less people are going to have to scale this one back, which I think is going to be a fun opportunity for more people to be able to do the name game as prescribed. So good opportunity there for a lot of people who have some, I don't want to call handstand push-ups and pull-ups basic, but relative to, elite level competitors, they probably are. So I think, picking stuff that more people can feel like they're able to hit the workout as prescribed is only going to be helpful, I think, for this. What were you holding on the bike here? Do you remember?
Between
what do you look at?
My
watts
lowest,
or RPMs? What do you look at?
Looking at the speed.
Speed. Wow.
My lowest was a 20, and I was 23 the whole time.
Dang, I have absolutely no clue what that equates to. And
I just look, I don't know why I look at that. I just
see. I would guess you're in the 50s on RPMs. So I know Stacy's 10-minute test is 55 is her average.
Jeez.
I would guess this is somewhere approaching that.
I was trying not to go super fast though because I knew my legs were gonna hurt on the Burpee box jump.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I don't know if you've really thought about that, but for a lot of people, especially if you have decent power on the bike, you can get off that. But then the Burpee box jump over just take forever. At least it's gonna feel that way, especially because you're winded when you get off the bike. So we don't have the clock, so I don't know how how deep into this workout we are already.
I
think
didn't
you were
really
like,
look at the clock
4 or
a lot
something.
either.
So. So I feel like you're pretty good at like keeping moving on burpees for the most part.
I like burpees. And I really liked the burpee box jump over beep test that we did.
Oh
So that's
gosh.
kind of why I added these in here at a high number.
Yeah, so for people who have done the barbell beep test or have seen us publish that was using pacer audio. You do one clean and jerk on every audio cue. We did one in class like 2 or 3 weeks after we did the barbell
Yeah.
beep test, and it was the burpee beep test, and it was a burpee box jump over to, I think you did it RX Plus to a high box.
The 24-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Which again, that
fun.
was for like, I wanted it where it was like someone who's on like the higher end of the class, like the top couple people in class should do it RX Plus. So it was like a high box, 30-24. Yeah, that actually ended up being it was a very different feel than honestly the clean and jerk one, because people got a lot deeper into it. I think you were, what were you at, like 70 reps?
I almost got to 90.
Okay, I was way off. But Micah got like 125 with a 30-inch
Yeah,
box.
that was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even think I could do that for like 20 rounds.
But yeah, you're good at like when you jump, if you like watch the level of your hips almost don't go up when you jump. So that means that, like, you're not expending any more energy than you have to. And then you do like the thing where you can like duck walk off the top of the box.
Yeah, I
which
jump
is-
really low.
Yeah. Which, when you're doing it in a workout, that's the goal. Is, you know, you don't want to jump higher than you have to.
Couldn't breathe during these though.
Is that what it was? Just breathing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my nose is like running. I feel like I took longer breaks though, so like watching this makes me feel better.
Yeah. Oftentimes, like, it's usually one or the other, right? You're like, oh man, I felt like my breaks weren't that long, and you watch it back and it was like 30 seconds. Or like, you're like, oh man, that transition took a long time. You're like, I actually just took like an extra 2 breaths. I'm totally fine.
Now when we get to the handstand push-ups, doing like singles.
I think, so the way I set up the handstand push-up, man, I'm getting ahead of ourselves, but the way I set it up, it was like, you didn't have the 30-inch line to put your hands on because it was on
Yeah,
the
I didn't know
wrong
where to
square.
put my hands.
Yeah, I think they were narrow most of the time, which only makes it harder.
I just feel like they're taking forever.
Yeah, so it goes.
I think I looked at the clock at one point and we were like over 7 minutes in and just these 2 movements, and I was like, wow.
Yeah. But like most ascending ones, especially like, we were talking about this, like you have good and bad handstand push-up days. Like as you're getting new skills, that usually is the way things go. Like some days are not the best day and it wasn't maybe the best day for you. Whereas like another day you probably could have held decent sets more consistently. So, you know, if that's the case, then it's like the second half of the workout just gets so much quicker because the reps are just obviously get smaller.
Or
Like unless it's like a movement that is like, I don't know, like a burpee box get over to like 48 inches or something. That
I was
takes,
thinking
like,
about
or like
those
a
during
wall
this
walk rep.
workout too.
Could have ended it with 10 wall walks.
I was like, I like get-overs. I mean, like high get-overs.
Yeah. We haven't done a ton of those. I mean, I still feel like they're kind of tricky to implement in a lot of competitions. And a lot of people, like ideally you'd have like jerk blocks that you can set up and you just crawl over those. And that'd be nice.
Never seen that. On one of these. Why does my chin look like it's slammed over the bar?
I almost yelled at you right there.
Why do they look so...
There's maybe like a quarter of them that are like on the edge, probably no reps.
Wow. It doesn't feel like that when I'm doing them though. Like I
Yep.
feel like I'm a lot higher than I am.
And I mean, that's why I'll you know, like things like the open tend not to use a lot of chin over bar because it's a lot harder to judge.
I guess I just need to pull a little harder.
You just need me to lower my tripod down to the floor and then it'll look like your chin's higher. That's like, for all my qualifiers, I set up like my camera at like hip height if I'm doing like wall balls and pull-ups.
I promise these are reps, guys. They just don't look like it. My hands were really narrow on this set,
Actually,
though.
that set looked better.
Oh. My arms were like fried.
Your pulling should feel okay, though.
That's when you yelled at me.
Turn around. You don't like staring down the barrel of the camera? How long have you done butterfly pull-ups?
I want to say
That last one's definitely no rep.
I'll go back and redo it. I want to say probably about a year now, almost a year.
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
the butterfly pull-ups and the kipping handstand push-ups are two relatively new movements for you. So
I
to throw them
never
into the back
thought-
half of workout after Echo and Burpee box jump overs a lot. What were you saying?
I never thought I would be able to get butterfly pull-ups, like learning them. It was like,
Yeah, it's a tricky movement. It's very different than this first set was great, by the way.
thank you. I think I need to bring my legs down lower.
And as you get tired, you start like pausing in the bottom, which to me I think gets harder. Like I
Really?
understand why you do it. It's like you feel like you're losing stability. But like if you can maintain like down and right back up with the legs, I
Are
feel
you
like
supposed
it's
to
better.
bring your knees out?
So I do so like with the standard of it being like the 10 inches away from the wall with a 30-inch line, that's for kipping handstand push-ups. Unless you're like an ex-gymnast, that feels like really close to the wall for most people. So like for me, I'll often get pulled off the wall if I have my hands, or if I don't like frog my legs more, like splay them out. So if like some people like Kip where they keep their knees a little bit more closer together, and they like bring them down towards their chest, I do the thing where I like spread my legs apart and do like more of a frog motion on the way down, and that helps me keep my like more of my leg mass closer to the wall, so it like doesn't pull me off the wall when I start getting sloppier with my reps.
Okay.
But even up till that point, those look good. But I don't have as good of knee flexion as you do. You can like bring your heels all the way, like literally touch your butt when you're just in that position. Like I can't do that. I'm not that bendy. See, those look wider, like appropriately wide, and those are going pretty easy at this point.
I know what you mean about trying to do them faster, but I feel like if I do,
Yeah, it's like anything. Like at a certain point, like you can only do them the way you can do them in a
Yeah.
workout. Like once you get tired, like okay, this is my option. I'm trying to think of like a good example of that. Even like for me, if I'm doing ring muscle ups, I'm never to the point where I have to kip the dip because then things slow down.
here's my no wrap.
Yeah, and those were your hands were definitely narrow on that one. I don't know if you saw that. But if I get to the point where I have to kip a dip in a ring muscle up, it's like I'm like grinding through every rep at that point. It's like not good for the workout.
Yeah,
But sometimes you just end up there. That's all you can do.
at this point, I was just trying to like get them done.
Yeah, and this is one like I feel like you haven't done them a ton in actual workouts where it's like
No.
and probably not 20 at a time.
That one day they felt great.
What, Hollyman?
Yeah.
So that was 30 rounds of 3. So, yeah, very different. Like doing 3 at a time versus
20 in a row.
20 in a row.
Well, 20 in a row wasn't going to happen. I think the
Yeah, but
largest
like 20,
set I've done is
20
like
with
11.
nothing else in between.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, burpees are enough pressing where it'll definitely make my arms tired.
It's like a strict handstand push-up.
Well, that's what starts happening is like you started to kick into the wall versus
Yeah,
like I was
I
saying
felt
like kick
that.
up to the ceiling. Because like what happens is like if your heels hit the wall before your elbows lock out, then it's like it kills all your momentum and you get stuck in like a almost locked out position, but like arms are still a little bit bent.
Go big kip.
We should count these because I have no clue how many you actually did in this workout.
I feel like I I did.
You're like,
an
how many am I
extra.
at? I'm like, I have no clue.
I feel like I did an extra because I don't know. You ever do those like half the rep you do on the wall and then the rest of it you like do when you're
Yes,
going
all the
down
time.
from the wall?
You're kicking away from the wall and you're like trying to lock it out quick.
I'm like, that definitely was iffy. I wish you would have yelled at me on my pull-ups though, to pull harder, because those looked a little
Pull
bad.
harder.
I probably would have gotten at you.
See, that's why you gotta film yourself every once in a while. I was going to actually, and I was like, but she also needs to face the camera. And then you were done with your set, and then you were out of frame. I was like, oh.
I know, I was trying to do hard sets of those because I can actually do those.
Go, finish it out now.
But then I was trying to save my arms too.
Do you need this chalk break right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to take another one, 6 reps in. My hands got
I'm happy with how the bar moved.
Really? Because the last couple of reps are going to be like terrible
I mean,
to
they weren't
watch.
the prettiest reps I've ever seen.
I feel like my 155 is better than that.
That's probably because it has to be, though. Like, you're not going to cycle a 155-pound bar that quick.
No, that's when I was like deciding the weight for this bar. Like, I feel like up to rep 6, they're going to look good. And then,
Yeah, those all look good. You just start not getting your elbows through all the way and
yeah,
kind of
that's what I
catching lower
felt.
on your
'Cause I was,
chest
like,
as
trying
you...
to pull it.
I also think part of that is like you can do whatever you want with your arms in your front rack position, whereas like I have like one option. It's like this is where it goes, and if I miss for some reason, I'm gonna miss the lift.
Please don't add that rep in.
They're good reps. They're I should say they all count.
Wow.
Nicely done.
That was terrible.
Did you enjoy watching yourself work out? Was it fun? Don't recommend.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend. Unless you're like a elite level athlete. Thanks for picking my workout. Sorry to anyone who has to do it.
Boom.